Of you, and I want to congratulate you on your win this afternoon. But just pertaining to the game, what are your general assessment of how you thought your team performed today out there against Angola?
So we prepared very well. We were very well focused for the game. We knew we had to win to advance in the competition. So we competed very well today. The guys played a very good game. Although we had a few chances to score more goals, but we didn't. We weren't lucky. But winning this game put us in a good position to advance to the repeat. So we have another game coming up on Tuesday, and we have to win that game also to promote the repeat.
Wonderful. Now you in Bonaire, you created a lot more chances here. How would you compare playing in Bonaire as opposed to playing here in Angola?
I think it's the pressure on the player from home advantage in playing away. So when you are playing away, you know that there are a lot of pressure on you. But the home team has a lot of support, and that's why we think that the players were a bit nervous. But indeed, we did play better in Bonaire. But it's not an excuse for us. We knew we had to win, and that is what we came for.
How do you see your chances finally in your final match in this group? You are at the moment sitting at 6 points. You would have played St. Martin already, lost to them. How do you see your chances going into that match in order to gain maximum points, giving yourself a chance to at least qualify to the next round or to move to the next level?
Well, for the home game, we know we have the home advantage. We know we have our people there supporting us. So we are very well focused, and we know that we are going to win that game. It was for us today important to get a good goal difference, because we know St. Martin has a lot of goals, and we try to make a lot of goals also against Angola, but they didn't work. So in Bonaire, we have to win the game to advance. So we are going to win the game. Our chance is big. We have another new players to the team, so we know that we are a good team, and we are going to beat them.
John Manington, former commentator AFA. Kristen, how many of your players play overseas?
We had today we had 5 players that played overseas. But we have another, I think, 4 players more that are playing overseas, but they weren't able to come. They had personal reasons from the school that they have to take care of. So they will be in the next game as everything goes well. So in total, I think we have 9 players overseas.
What is the chemistry like? The players coming in from overseas. What is the chemistry like, and how difficult it is to feed into your team?
Well, I think we've been together for a few days now, and I think we're a good team. Like, we do a lot together, stuff together, so we bond very easily, and it's not so hard to adjust to each other.
How difficult is it really to lead a very young side? What is a nation's team that has been very difficult in the past? How difficult is it to get all the guys focused and prepared
and you can answer. How important is the CONCACAF Nations League to Bonaire and to the whole general CONCACAF body? Speak to how important it is to have this kind of tournament playing around this time.
Well, for us, it is very important for us because we are now in a phase that we are going to develop our young players. We have a lot of young players in Union. So our focus is to bring the young players together with the experienced ones, and so the CONCACAF Nations League is very, very important for us. So also to advance League B, and we are going to advance in League B, and we want to stay in League B. It's not that we are going to advance and next year we are back in League C. No, our main focus is to advance with young players because we have a lot of experienced players, but in about 2 to 3 years we are going away. So we have to bring young ones to proceed with our plan, proceed with the development of our young players, and that is our focus on that. So the CONCACAF Nations League is very, very important.
As a player,
I think it's important for me. It's my first time here in England. I think it's very big because when you're in League B, you're just one step away from World Cup. And yeah.
Final question. It is going to be a really quick turnover for you. What is your recovery going to be like?
One more time, question.
It is going to be a really quick turnover, meeting St. Martin and Tuesday. So what is your recovery going to be like from today going into Tuesday?
Well, it will be very, very difficult for us. Now we are having to play that was sick. We don't know if it's because of the sun, the heat, or something else they eat. But we have players that are sick. We have a lot of players also very exhausted. But we have 2 days to recover, and we are going to try to recover very quick. And we also had a lot of substitutes that are usually in the starting 11, so they will be in that game in Bonaire. So, but in general, it will be very difficult for us to recover. But we know we have to make up. We have big motivation. So guys will be ready for the Tuesday game in Bonaire.
All right, thank you very much, and we do hope that the players that are out sick in the hospital, we wish them speedy recovery, and we do wish you a safe trip home again. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you very much. We also want to thank you guys for the warm hospitality here in Venezuela. It was a very good stay for us. We want to come back once again someday.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's Scott and Brian of the FA. First question for the coach. I see you have a few players that you have consistently brought in from England. How difficult is it not having these players with you all the time, getting the training with you and with the rest of the team consistently?
Yeah, it is critical. You know? It is critical that they're playing football. Once they play football, it is good enough because if they play football at a good level, it is easy to transfer whatever we're going to do, whatever
with a very youthful squad after this final game. Is that a shift towards a more youth-oriented national side, or is that based on certain external factors?
I would love to say that I was in control of it, but I'm not totally in control. It has a lot to do with availability. The number of players from the UK were not available to come with injury, other commitments, while a number of persons on Ireland were also more committed. And if you take a look at this compared to the solution with the league, I mean, the 7 or 8 persons that are migrated around the screen.
So, one last question from me, Coach. I saw the decision today was made to start Jonathan Gisha, who's been playing as a striker most of his career in central midfield, more of a defensive midfield role. Was that forced, or is that a technical change that you chose to make?
Typical. If you take a look at the team, very young. In terms of central midfielders, not a lot of natural central midfielders are very young. I don't want to put anybody in a situation, in a youngster situation, where they're shocked. And after being shocked, they shy away from the game. So we want to bring them along slowly. Of course, in everything, you have your sub-scheme set up, and sometimes things occur where you can't go through it sometimes.
Right. John Linton from AFA commentators. To the coach. Coming into today and knowing that you would have played Bonnier away, what were some of the things that you would have worked on coming into today, knowing that this is a team that you would have played against? What are some of the things that you would have put in place to combat?
In general, after coming from an 8-0 defeat against St. Kitts, first things to pick up pieces and make sure that the guys have the confidence to come out and play basic football. It's the first thing. And then Bonnier is a team that needs to score a lot of goals. So just keeping the shape, keeping the basic shape and understanding how to win the ball, move forward, despite what they were going to do. And knowing that their power to make a lot of diagonal runs, it was to make sure that the back four was inclusive back four. Very good back four. Just to stay organized and make sure, pick up their rules. Make sure pass people on track properly. And basic stuff that you just put together for you package. Stay compact.
To the captain, how, again, restoration to you guys. Coming into today, having to captain the team, how was the feeling?
Well, I would like to say thanks to the coach for entrusting me with the opportunity to captain my compatriot today. It wasn't expected, but when I looked at the overall setup of the team and the players that was there, I had a little idea that there may be possibility, knowing that the regular captain was not going to make the time and I've given the opportunity to, and I'm thankful for it. But yeah, it's an honor. Despite of the result, I'm still proud of the performance of the guys out there. I'm looking forward to see what's the guys do going forward.
Last question. How hard you found it
Fleming Sportsman is supposed to Radio Angola. To Coach Nico, congratulations again on the loss. Just want to take you back just a little bit though. How would you compare this time around the CONCACAF Nations League to the fortunes that you had in last year's tournament? Could you give a general assessment of the contrasting results that we would have seen this year?
A number of persons who would have been blooded and experienced and hardened in what we try to do, we try to play, would have been there, and you would have been one of them, you would have been one of them, but here last year. So it was a matter of how well we executed. Now it's getting the younger ones in and trying to see if we can get them into the patterns that we need to play. And if you looked, we started doing something at the beginning and then we had to make a rapid change in how to fix it. Yeah, so just having the experience. I mean, if you take the average age back then and now, you would see. I can't do that. Yeah, but a number of 15 and 16 year olds on this team. Whereas we had a number of 20-something year olds, 1 or 2 30-something year olds. And just having that makes a big difference. They're hard, they played already, they've been in these tournaments already. And I would believe that, how many people that played usually? Well, they've used the team, but maybe didn't get a chance to go on. About two new persons who didn't get a play, unfortunately. So I'm saying that with each game, not with each game, but this game was a vast improvement on what we did last game. And I must say, it has a lot to do with the efforts of persons who sacrifice, because hey, after 8-0, these guys didn't have to come in. They could have said, let me stay up and do my thing. Those guys said, hey, I want to be a part of the improvement. And a number of the youngsters who continue to come up want to be a part of the improvement, they improve that well. So everything that we're doing, although we hit our high last year, I have to say that we're seeing improvements. We're seeing some improvements in players. Improvements in the team will come only with time. So we hit a peak, players moved on. Now we have a new wave of players. It's now to put something in there.
You did mention earlier in a previous question that some of the players weren't able to make it this trip, especially the overseas players. How would you assess the performance in Bonnier, playing against Bonnier, compare to the performance today? And the reason why I asked that question, I think your performance today, I don't know if it was the 12th man of the crowd, was certainly better than in Bonnier that we would have seen. So would you say that they were missing, and did you see any slight improvement on how the team would have played today?
I could never say that the players missed. We could have used our best players today. It has to do with commitment and execution. And commitment and execution is no lash on anybody, because that has to do with preparation. And we had some time to prepare. Looking back at the games before, I believe we did a better job of preparation for this game. Although our numbers were not great all the time, we took those guys through some hoops, and the reps were improving, and the intensity was improving, and the understanding of what we needed to do kept coming. So I think it all has to do with the stage we had. Okay? So in Bonnier, a number of the players who have been coming in. I think that was your first match. Yeah, your first match back with us. So it is to get those little pieces of the players coming in to now mesh. And now after having the reviewing and looking back at that game, we could actually put pieces together. And then we took a look, put a lot of pieces together. He is a way back.
I want to ask you a game question and what I observed on the field. You did make 2 substitutions, and one of them I think was the gentleman who plays for Uprising, Jordan Deans, and I think you took out Kyle. Did he ask for a substitute, or that was just a tactical substitute?
Nobody asked for a substitute. They just wanted to get a bit more go. Yeah.
So this was a tactical change in the part.
Tactical, very tactical. Jared has been putting in is elusive. He puts everything in.
Was there any consideration or the thought of going for maybe Johnny, the other Smiths who was playing?
It's always, we can always pull at straws. Yeah? You can always pull at straws. Obviously, anybody going to come around and tell me, can you going to come around soon? Yeah? Alex was struggling a bit at the same time. So it was a matter of who we take out and who we put in. Yeah? And like I told you, the central midfield was not a deep position. So they just take John out a big body, and when you thinking about set plays and corners and those kinds of things, it is quicker. Because you're now putting some youngsters to take up a major role. So it's not just to take somebody out of a midfield position, but also to have a leader there when it comes to marshalling. Yeah? So
Kyle is your name, correct? Kieran. I really thought you were the man of the match. To a lesser extent you. But I thought you really played some good football out there. You have a good football here on your shoulders. You really played well. How would you assess your position playing at centre back as opposed to where you usually play on the wing, correct?
Yeah, I used to play fullback, but it's just obviously I don't play centre back. It's just doing the basics, just defending first. And when I see to go forward, but it's picking the right moments, and it's good to learn. I've been back in England. I played set up before and I got goals, so I know like the fundamentals of what to do in certain positions. So that helps a lot for stuff back home. Would I play there again? Hopefully not. But if my country needs me to play centre back again, then I'm more than inclined to do so.
We really appreciate your effort, and I hope you do keep coming back, and as long as they ask you to. Jelani goal scored in what? The 2nd minute, one in the 6th minute, and then one in the 73rd minute. Talk us through those. The penalty, you can't do anything about that. But talk us through that early goal. What do you thought happened during that period of play?
The first goal, I felt that like my defender was out more so in that position. That allowed the striker to get ahead of him with a finish and the contact that he made on the ball. It was too quick for my reaction, because it actually was like over my head when I tend to react. So it was so that game I expected them to come at us quickly, but just this one quick instant that changed the whole approach, that gave them the confidence to keep doing what they were doing. And then the penalty, which I felt was a dive, it was very soft, it was very harsh on my defender. Even though he went down when he should not have. But there was, to me, there was little to no contact there. I saw it, but I did it wrong.
Well, that's what you said, but I from my vantage point of a foul, and he didn't need to do it. But the third one now, I thought that again breakdown from the far side a big difference. Would you say?
Yeah, there was a lapse because during that period we had came from a period where we were controlling the game, and that little instant it was like a little like ping pong back and forth, and we found ourselves out of our shape, and that caused us to consider third goal.
Coach, players, we created some chances. We could have scored about 3, but how do you feel about not being able to at least get one of those goals?
I want to win. I want to win. I don't go to these games to say well played. Yeah? And we work on scoring. Believe it or not, we work on scoring. And sometimes it's a matter of taking the chance. If you don't take the chance, you can't score. If you're going to touch it, you don't shoot, you're not going to score. And for the first time in a long time, you had numbers in the box. People actually following up with the play. Sometimes we have something like say practice, we have to see. And sometimes what you see is a shot. Put it away. Everybody wants, a lot of us want perfect shot. It's not going to happen.
Well, I saw some pretty good football over there, some passes, some build-ups and so on. Goals were created, opportunities were just not taken. What's next for Angola football, the team in general itself, as we try to go about it?
It's good that you saw that, because to me that is the direction Angola football is. We can do this. We can do this. It's not just results. We need to start taking a look at what has happened in a game that has improved Angola football and continue from there. Because every time you come back and say talk about a result, somebody goes in and says, these things are wrong. Like everything is wrong. The bits and pieces that are wrong, the numbers that are wrong, like the number of people who are participating, that's wrong. Let's go back, pick out the pieces that are good, leave them, work on them, improve them. But let's go ahead with that. To me, we always take a back. Whenever we lose, we take this big, throw it in the garbage. It can't happen. There are good things happening in Angola football, and we need to pay attention to them and build our roots.
Wonderful. Well, thank you again, guys, for coming to the press conference. We wish you all the best on your journeys back. We wish you safe travels, and we're certainly looking forward for your expertise again in helping the youngsters, because we realize that it's a young squad. Millington's son was on the squad. He didn't get on the field, but I'm certainly sure he's looking to do that next time. So we wish you all the best. Until next time.
Thank you.